The Ninja Generation. Some of you may have heard about this before. It stands for no income, no jobs, or assets. Now, they call it a generation, but it's not really a generation, is it? It's a time period. Yeah, it's a time period that affects more than just a particular generation. Of course, there are already generations which already have created wealth or made wealth during a much easier time period. But there's kind of a movement that's going on now. There's a change that's going on. In 2008, just before the crisis, the top 1% of America held $15 billion in cash. That sum today is over $300 billion. That's how much that figure has moved. What does that tell you? It tells you that the smartest people in America, well, maybe the smartest, the people with the most money in America, the top 1%, probably with the best advisors, best political connections, best consultants, best friends, what they've managed to do is they've managed to create a strategy where they want to take less risk in markets. So that tells you that they're worried about something. They think something's going to happen. Yeah? And how does this apply to the Ninja Generation? The way that it applies to the Ninja Generation is that there is not enough money around to be able to cause or trigger growth. So you have to become a master growth hacker. You have to find, and the reason we use the term hacking is because it is not going to come easily. Yeah? You have to find a way of creating value with a system which on nearly a daily basis is having more and more money taken out of it. I think for a lot of people, they're willing to accept the idea that everything's a bit unfair for them. Now, I personally don't think that's a very healthy way of thinking. I don't think that's a way that's going to end up triggering results for you. I think instead, you have to ask yourself where is opportunity. Yeah, people who are willing to accept this idea that they're part of the Ninja Generation and they're just screwed. Yeah? What they're not doing is they're not looking towards growth strategies which unlock future value. It's like being an athlete. Yeah? It's about anticipation. It's not good enough for the player to know where the ball is. He has to know where the ball is going to be and anticipate that move and plan and strategize around that. You as an entrepreneur, as an individual, even inside an organization, the way that you bring value is by identifying trends. Yeah, it's by identifying where value is going to be tomorrow. And that doesn't mean going and jumping on any trend. We all saw cryptocurrency, it was a bubble. I wouldn't be surprised if cannabis is the next bubble that's going to burst. Just looking at the prices, how much they're moving downwards, I think the space is getting saturated. So you have to ask yourself, where can you find a trend which isn't being quickly saturated? Because there's no good if a market is growing, but competition is entering the market at twice the speed at which the market is growing, right? So the question is, how do you unlock value before everyone else works it out? Now, there's an old quote about, it was applied to the stock markets, where they used to say, if you're reading about it in the Wall Street Journal, it means you're too late. What does that mean? It means that the value is in discovering something before the masses. So if you are looking online and you're seeing things being discussed heavily on social media or on the news, this tells you something. It tells you that the value has been discovered. Yeah? So you have to work out, as an entrepreneur, as an individual trying to grow a business, you have to work out where tomorrow's value is going to be. And you can cross-reference that against what's already trending, what is already being capitalized on. And that's how you unlock tomorrow's value.